How much do we really know about the world's biggest enemy? It's time to blow the whistle. Okay, so there has been a lot of fear and paranoia lately about a new enemy that has emerged out of the desert land of the Middle East. Now I warn you, the clip we're about to show is quite disturbing. This is an enemy that is frightening to look at. They travel in groups and they have a sort of barbaric demeanor to them. Let's take a look.
Gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat, otherwise we'd get along.
Did I mention they're also fantastic tenors? No, of course, the enemy I'm referring to that's all over the news these days is ISIS, also known as the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Now, despite all the scary things we've heard about this terrorist group, it's important that we make sure to keep a calm and level head.
These people live to kill us, they live to attack us, they live to horrify us.
I've told you that you need to be afraid because they are coming for you. My resolution? Airstrikes. Bomb them. Bomb them, keep bombing them, bomb them again and again.
Bomb them all! I'm sorry, does it say that you're a judge? I mean, I hate to see what kind of sentences you give out in court. Oh yeah, okay, you robbed a liquor store. Well, I guess I sentenced you to being bombed and then being bombed again. Or a fine of $2,500. ISIS has made major headway in taking over many parts of Iraq, and they're the most well-funded and well-trained terrorist group out there, if you don't count Cobra Command. But haven't you always wondered, where did they get all this funding and weapons and training from?
Syria, we backed, I believe, in some cases, some of the wrong people. It's going to show some of those weapons from Benghazi ended up in the hands of ISIS. So we helped build ISIS.
Whoops. That's right. The U.S. inadvertently helped create ISIS by funding rebel groups in Syria to take down the Assad regime. And ISIS isn't actually a new group. They're formerly known as Al-Qaeda in Iraq, who hired a marketing consultant and rebranded as ISIS. These rebels in Syria then took the U.S. weapons and money and started to work with al-Nusra, the official Syrian Al-Qaeda branch, with 22 convenient locations. So all of this money, weapons, and training provided by the U.S. were going into the hands of rebel groups who would later merge with ISIS. I mean, the U.S. were even training these rebels to commit acts of war such as how to finish off soldiers still alive after an ambush. And that's a tactic completely illegal according to the Geneva Convention and just so happens to be ISIS's signature move. So we can't ignore the fact that the U.S. had a part to play in creating ISIS. But you know what? A lot of people might say that all this political and historical mumbo-jumbo is all just lies. That really, we are engaged in a reverse crusade. A battle versus good and evil.
Remember that during the Crusades and the Inquisition, people committed terrible deeds in the name of Christ. Slavery and Jim Crow all too often was justified in the name of Christ.
Now that sounds like a good point. I mean, sometimes we forget that terrorism didn't originate from Islam and that every group has used religion for their own political goals. I mean, that's something we can all agree on, right?
Them because I was in that room and it was frankly verbal rape. Because
wow.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Because let me tell you why we were all there.
That's a harsh term. That's harsh.
Verbal rape is what it was.
Verbal rape. Let's delve a little bit more into the remarks of this rapist president.
And by the way, who ended slavery in Jim Crow?
It was
Christians.
completely inappropriate.
The Reverend Martin Luther King. Christianity is the reason we don't have slavery in the world today.
Glory, hallelujah. You know what? That's right. It was Reverend Martin Luther King and other Christians who helped end slavery and Jim Crow in America. That was originally established and carried out by radical Christian groups. We probably shouldn't bring up residential schooling either. Look, there's no easy solution to combating ISIS. But that's because the problem is complex. And fear-mongering like that doesn't help the solution. I mean, the more you let people know that this isn't a black and white situation, that this isn't a reverse crusade of the West versus the rest, the more we can start to have an honest dialogue where facts like these can be brought forward. Blow the whistle, people. Thanks for watching.